Okay, folks, today I'm going to be talking about a documentary I just finished watching. Yeah, we're back to the philosophical stuff. So sue me. Anyway, the documentary was called DMT, the spirit molecule. And was all about this particular substance, DMT, which stands for dimethyltryptamine. And that's all I know about that. Is this powerful psychedelic, kind of unlike any other, and it's the active ingredient in ayahuasca, which some of you may have heard of from the trippy demographic. And I started watching the documentary because it seemed like it was going to be about brain science, and that's one of my favorite sciences. It's one of my favorite subjects, period. Brain science. Yay! But sadly, and to my great disappointment, it ended up mostly being about transcendentalist bullshit that I don't really care about. I guess there's just something about powerful hallucinogenic experiences, no matter what the source, that turns people into transcendentalists who think that just because they put this chemical in their brain, they have connected with another reality, or now we're in tune with the cosmos. These people are talking about, oh, I saw angels, or oh, I think there were aliens, or whatever. And here's the thing, folks. I hate to break it to you, but you didn't go anywhere. I mean, I'm a pretty strict materialist in the philosophical sense, not in the sense of only caring about material things. And that means that I do not believe that there is a middle step between something being real and something not being real. It either is real, and therefore it has physical, observable existence, or it's not real, in which case it doesn't exist. So, to be a materialist is to reject the idea that there's some other reality or some afterlife or state of perfection or any of that. There is just that which exists right here. And anything that you experience because it happened in your brain, neurochemically. Don't get me wrong, the trips are fascinating. I love to find out what people's minds do when when the reins are slipped off and you enter what is arguably the purest dream state there is. I mean, this stuff sounds like it's really potent and very precisely psychedelic. It doesn't cause a bunch of other stuff like poorly made acid can make you ill, which is why you have a bad trip, and things like that. But I just get so tired of these people insisting that they've had some kind of transcendent experience connecting with another reality. And the thing is, I just don't trust transcendentalists anyway. They always seem to end up... They have a very seductive line of BS, and I say BS only because I don't consider it to be true, not because I think these people are lying. They're not lying. They're definitely not lying. They believe what they're saying. They give people the feeling that if they, just come along the path with me and you will discover truths about reality and the cosmos and things like that. But you'll notice that they never actually really come back with any kind of comprehensible truth. They just end up coming back saying, basically, that was really cool. Hey, you should try it too. I mean, I could understand that if somehow they could bring back actual information. And I'm not talking about, it doesn't have to be like a cure for cancer or anything like that, but just something that couldn't have originated in their own brains. Then I might be open to the idea that they're connecting to something. But they don't. It's exactly like a dream. Pretty wicked dream from what I saw from the documentary, but still, it's just a dream. You didn't go anywhere. You didn't connect to anything. You didn't reach a higher plane. No. You tripped balls. That's it. And I understand why people can't accept that, though, because these experiences are so incredibly intense and vivid that the cognitive dissonance involved in wrapping your head around the idea that there was no reality to it outside your brain is profound. I mean, you'd have to be really, really well rooted not to feel that you had somehow gone somewhere and done something. Especially relevant is the fact that these types of experiences, and again, they can come from different sources, DMT is only one of them, those kinds of experiences have been shown to vastly increase the activity in a particular part of the frontal lobe of your brain, which, amongst its other duties, essentially gives realness to your experiences. When you hyperstimulate this area, whatever experience is happening feels not just real, but super real. Realer than the reality that we normally know. Realer than the usual soup of objective and subjective reality that we all swim through all the time. But it's an illusion. A friend of mine, I hope he sees this video, recently celebrated the anniversary of the death of Timothy Leary. The reason he hated Timothy Leary was that, to paraphrase Ginsberg a little, he saw the best minds of his generation melted by chemicals. And that's just the thing about these transcendentalists. It always follows a very specific pathology, where it starts off like you're a seeker of wisdom, like you're somehow exploring the edges of reality. But what you're really doing is you're leaving reality. You're choosing the dreaming realm over the waking realm. So the people who do this become increasingly willing to risk their physical health because their physical body doesn't even mean anything anymore. They want to move into the golden city they glimpsed when they're tripping. And meanwhile, their physical reality gets worse and worse. And if it keeps going, they die of it. They just plain die. They die because they didn't feed themselves. They die because the chemicals kill them. Whatever. I can totally see why my friend is unfond of Mr. Leary. I even kind of agree with him. That man led a lot of people to ruin. And he did it blindly, but that doesn't mean that he isn't accountable for it. One last thing. One thing that always gets me is the transcendentalists talking about like how this opened up new areas of their mind and let them imagine things they could never imagine before. You know, some of us don't really need drugs in order to do that. Some of us are just naturally philosophical by nature, and we can come up with brand new amazing thoughts without drugs. Isn't that weird? Anyhow, to sum up, yeah, right. But really, to sum up, I don't like transcendentalists. I think they're full of crap. They don't know it, but they are. I think they're dangerous. I think that a lot of us do not need to fuck with our brain chemistry in order to have interesting thoughts. And the problem with giving people straight, uncut access to the dream realm is that eventually you gotta wake up. That's it for today, folks.